Crypto.com is #1 in America, man. We're starting to see Crypto.com absolutely move up the ranks as far as trading volume goes in North America. But not only North America, we're seeing, Crypto.com obtain more market share as we go into this bull market. Now, a lot of people are looking at the markets very negatively right now. I would say, in my personal opinion, I think we still in this bull market. I don't think we are about to see Bitcoin can tank any further as far as going below 90,000. Now, it is possible. It is much so possible, but everything is pointing into, something bullish for the crypto space. The news that's coming out is bullish. The market is just slowly catching up to it. And right now, Crow is setting itself up to be that go-to exchange when it comes to buying and exchanging or trading cryptos rather. So we're going to talk about it, man. We're going to get straight into it. But before we do, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on those notifications. We at 7.1 subs, man. I appreciate everybody who continues to tune in and just listen to what I got to say. The positive people and the negative people, I love both of y'all, and I especially love the haters, because once this pops off, man, I want to see the comments then. Once Crow takes off, I want to see, the negative comments continue to go. Don't change the narrative. Don't change up the hate. Continue to hate as the price appreciates. So enough of that. Just had to give you that little spiel. Let's get straight into it. Let's talk about it, man. Where we at with Crow and the price today? So, man, we can see Cronos is currently at 13 cents right now. Today is, a slightly a green day, only up 1% as of right now. But like I said, this just continues to give us that buying opportunity, man. If we go back, a couple months ago, 2 months ago, we were at 7 cents. So if you would have just dollar cost average and bought 2 months ago, you would be up almost 100% gain. So that's why I always say, man, buying the dips is your friend. And currently we are on a dip. We did go from 7 cents all the way up to 21 cents. But now we back at 13 cents. And like I said, it's an easy buy for me right now. Cronos is probably one of the especially one of the easiest long-term holders. Now, I'm not saying that Cronos is going to absolutely just do 100x or anything at this point in the market or in this cycle, but I do think that Cronos will continue to appreciate over time because the team is amazing. They're following through with their roadmaps. They're continuing to build out the Crypto.com app, and not only that, they're continuing to build out the Crypto.com exchange. And those are some major key things, because if we can continue to build, if we can continue to get licenses in different jurisdictions as well, I do believe we will obtain more market share than we currently have, and we will continue to move up the ranks. Now, we are at #2 as far as market share goes. The last time I checked, we know Binance is #1. And I do think we can continue to take the market share away from Binance just because Binance isn't able to operate in a lot of jurisdictions. And we know that Crypto.com is now considered, a U.S. company. And we've been hearing, things from a lot of government officials, a lot of people who are in the higher ups that, it's going to be bullish to have your crypto projects in the United States. Once upon a time, this was not the case, but innovation is coming to the United States, and they're doing something to enhance, or make people want to keep their crypto companies right in the US. So that's going to be something very huge. Now, this might not play effect just over this cycle or by the end of 2026, but I do think Crypto.com will continue to grow like crazy. Now, we just take a look, man. Crypto.com has shaken up the US market, so growing its market share from 4% in 2023 to 47% last week, man. So in 2023, Crypto.com only had 4% market share. So in 2023, Crypto.com only had 4% market share. And we can see just last week, we at 47% in the US market. And like I said, Crypto.com is continuously taking over the US market when it comes to, trading cryptocurrency. So this is very much so a bullish thing as we go into this bull market. I think a lot of people are underestimating how this would translate to more people buying Crow. And why you say that, Tro? Why you say more people will buy Crow just due to Crypto.com increasing their market share? Well, when we go into the app, we see that it's so many incentives to actually hold Crow. And I think a lot of people don't realize that it's going to naturally trickle down. It's going to be a trickle down effect. Like, get them in the ecosystem, get them in the Crypto.com app. And once they, actually start to trade and check out the app and see all these things or ways you can earn extra yield by holding Crow, they're gonna want to naturally buy Crow. And like I said too, I do think that the government is going to do something very big specifically for crypto projects that are headquartered in the United States. So we can see the lower fees have made Crypto.com a favorite for US traders, with 50% of its volume now doing US trading hours, up from 43% last year. So we just continue to grow, man. We continue to grow this market share, and this is the time to really dollar cost average into Crow, especially coming in at that 13-cent mark. Now we can see the Crypto.com exchange is introducing the altcoin program for VIPs, so you can trade altcoins to enjoy lower trading fees and other perks exclusive to the Crypto.com exchange VIP program. So enjoy reduced trading fees by trading altcoins, and this is for the VIP program. Now also Crypto.com has been developing, something with AI. So hey, Crow fan, we're stocking up the shelves with your favorite AI gear for your agent development. So you will be able to develop these AI agents directly on blockchain. And that's going to be something we have been seeing people talk about. Like, a lot of people been talking about AI agents coming to blockchain. We know Crypto.com has put it in their roadmap, and these AI agents will assist you with a lot of things, a lot of different things that's transpiring on the blockchain. So once we really see that go into effect, I think AI will change how we view the world. And I think AI will also play a big part in crypto, because a lot of people will be using these AI agents. And I think if you have a first mover's advantage, especially as far as blockchain technology goes, you're going to absolutely win. And right now, Crypto.com has been following through with their current roadmap. So I do think they will have the AI agents out by the end of 2025, going into 2026. And that's going to be something that we got to look forward to as well. Now, shout out to Albert, man. Albert always makes these incredible articles right here on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. But we can see, man, Crypto.com has recorded $240 billion in spot volume in January 2025 at the time of this writing. With only 4 days left in the month, this represents an average of $8.92 billion, slightly lower than the December 2024 average of 10.6 or $10.4 billion. It is thus unlikely that Crypto.com will break the current all-time high of $324 billion set in the closing month of last year in such a short time, but it still can beat the second highest month on record, November 2024, with a $283 billion in spot volume. So the market is slower across the field. However, as is evident from the rising market share of Crypto.com over the past 3 months, despite the lower volume. So Crypto.com currently sits at 11.56%, up from 11% in December and 10.47% in November. So the market share just continues to grow for Crypto.com when it comes to the volume that's being traded on the platform. So this growth shows that it is getting further ahead of the competition while the market is consolidating. Further proof of this is the NA customer sex volume, where Crypto.com dominates the competition, accounting for almost 2/3 of the volume in Canada and the United States. So people in Canada and the United States are for sure using Crypto.com, and I do think that will be the go-to for a lot of people. I think it just comparing the exchanges in the United States, honestly, I only know about two, Coinbase and Crypto.com. Now it is other on and off ramps, and it is other exchanges that you can use, but I think the most popular, in my personal opinion, just what I've been seeing, are Coinbase and Crypto.com. And the difference between those two is Crypto.com offers so many incentives directly within the app. I think Coinbase, they were really trying to mold their project around the previous administrations, around the previous, presidents and things like that. And they kind of became, I would say, too lax, and they really start only listening these projects that have already boomed. And not saying that these projects can't continue to go up or you can't buy the dip on these projects, but with Crypto.com, I feel like you get more of a variety to choose from and trade, and you can really make some money, especially if you're getting in some of these lower market cap projects before they absolutely take off. So that's one thing I like to put over, or why I put Crypto.com over Coinbase at this moment in time, because Coinbase really don't list, the degenerate projects. We get these listings after these coins have hit, $100 to $1 billion. And don't get me wrong, I understand why they're doing it, because they're playing it safe. But at the end of the day, you got to know your clientele, man. You got to understand that, yes, you're doing it more so in a traditional sense. I know they come from a lot of people that is a TradeFi type of company. A lot of people have backgrounds in traditional finance and things like that. So they're trying to play it safe so people won't get wrecked. But that's not what the people are asking for. If they decide to get wrecked and it happens, that is the person's fault. I feel like, and I believe in a free market, and it's up to the consumer or the investor to decide and do their own research. But you can't protect them and try to hold their hands, because now you're pretty much stopping gains as far as not listening these lower market cap projects. And it might be some projects that are under $100 million on Coinbase, but they probably went under that $100 million mark after it was listed, because the sell-off began, and we know how that usually happens as far as centralized exchanges go. So we can see that likely this trend will only accelerate now that Crypto.com offers custody, retail, and institutional trading in the US. So Crypto.com has been aggressively pushing its 2025 roadmap, recently launching a global custody solution, originally a Q2 goal, which indicated that the exchange is hungry for growth and ready to take over, to quote the CEO Chris. So like I said, and that's another reason I believe so heavy in Crypto.com as well, just because Chris is not just trying to fit in, man. He's trying to take the game over. And those are the people you bet on. You don't bet on the people who, kumbaya and everybody can win. No, I want to be the top dog. I want to be the winner. And those the people you put your money behind, because they want to win. It's like, it's in the DNA, man. It gotta be in you, not on you. And that is what's going on with Chris. He wants to take over and continue to increase the market share with Crypto.com, and that's what you look for in a CEO, especially when it comes to the crypto space, because we are still new. This space hasn't even been around 20 years yet. So we are still in the infancy of crypto, and it's a lot of more room to grow, and we can see a major takeover as far as the exchange goes, as far as market share goes for the crypto exchanges. So we can see Albert said, how is Crypto.com growing so quick? The company seamlessly focused heavily on institutions, HNWI customers, and high frequency traders and ETH and BTC pairs, which accounts for the lion's share of the global spot volume. So BTC represents 48% of all spot volume, and the asset market share of ETH is accounting for over 72% of the market. So the focus on onboarding institutions at a time when retail has not returned to crypto makes sense, especially when institution customers have shown great interest in crypto assets after the approval of ETH and BTC ETFs in the United States. There's some evidence that Crypto.com has been targeting Fortune 500 companies in its push to own board institutional clients. From the extreme growth of its volume, it seems it has succeeded so far. So we're going to see Fortune 500 companies get into the crypto space, and they're going to use Crypto.com institution. And like Albert said, it's not a lot of retail hasn't came back into the space yet, and that's why I'm still super bullish. I don't see why people are capitulating, because the retail isn't back. Retail is what, is going to be the exit liquidity. We already knew that. If you've been in the space for more than a couple cycles, then you understand that when retail gets back into it, that's when we see the prices absolutely take off. Right now, it's just institutions buying and moving the markets, getting in at better prices, trying to shake the retail investors who are already here out. But what they don't know is we are holding on like crazy because we've been around these markets, and this is not like the traditional financial markets. This is not like stocks. The people got to understand, crypto is a whole nother beast. These projects go down 70% and people still hold it, me, myself included. We still hold these projects going down 70, 80, 90%, and they go back up like crazy because the community. And that's what a lot of people fail to realize, the difference between stocks and crypto. You can't bring the same mindset. If you are a traditional financial person, you can't bring that same mindset into the crypto space. And once we get retail, the person who really doesn't know anything about crypto, just heard it through the grapevine, once we get them back into the space, we are going to see an absolute takeoff, man. I can't wait for that. Now, we continue to see the number of global crypto owners grow, and it reached 659 million by the end of 2024. So this just makes me even more bullish. More people are getting into the crypto space, more people are trading, and by the time we hit that full-on bull market, it's going to be absolutely crazy, man. So I'm hoping you got your bags packed. If you don't got any liquidity left on the sideline, just sit on your hands, man. Don't go selling right now at a loss. It's crazy to me. We are in the bull market, guys, and yes, prices are going down, and it might continue to go down throughout February, but I do believe going into Q2 of 2025, going into March, April, May, we're going to see prices absolutely go crazy. And I do believe we're going to see another local top in May once we actually get out of this crazy dip. So Crypto Tro, that's my video. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget, turn on those notifications on. And also, if I added value, make sure you leave a super thanks to support the channel so we can continue to grow and put out this information. Crypto Tro, I'm out of here.